What's up, fellas around the world? Just checking in with you. See how life treating you. See how's everything going for you. First off, I want to say don't give up ever. You know, adversity. It could be heavy. But God created you for the fight. So, you know, just persist and you know, embrace them battles, your battles within, and go to war with it. All right? Just know you don't have to go at it alone by yourself. You know, you got your man that created you. Yeah, definitely am in the fight with you. But no, so check this out. So, have you ever been on your way to somewhere that you have never been? So, naturally, we tend to use a GPS. And by faith, we know this GPS is taking us where we need to go. So, you know, there's no worries of man, I hope this taking me to the right place, or I hope it's there, or whatever. Like, we have total trust in the GPS that is going to get us there, whatever time it says, that we're going to bank on that. See the red in it, the green, whatever, you know, a lot of traffic, no traffic, you know, we banking on that. We believe that. So we vow and stand by this GPS. I know I am. Google Maps is the bomb. I say that until, you know, I've been doing some work in Odessa, you know, and the city is much different. So, you know, you have this let's say, for instance, 901 WCR, Midland, Texas. Now, the WCR, if you're not aware, is West County Road. And then you have another one. I can't remember. But anyway, so, you know, I rock with Google Maps, right? But now I'm experiencing a whole new side of Google Maps. You know, I'm getting to the address that I put in my GPS, and I discovered I'm in the middle of nowhere. Bad reception, so it's hard to pull, navigate from there unless I go back the same way I came. But what I want to talk about is our GPS in life. What is your GPS in life? You know, I try to let God be my GPS. You know, he start me at a location. He began to navigate me in the direction of my destination. Somewhere I start to lose reception. You know, I start to lose my way. And it's because I've learned. It's because it's a connection issue. I began to make decisions on my own. I began to lean on my own understanding. I began to operate independently of him. And that's when my GPS go haywire. And although, like, if I look back on a past conversation, okay, this is what you told me to do. Okay, I'm going. But if I do a little bit more paper trail, I learned I done added stuff to the system. I began to add my own way of thinking to His perfect plan. And now I'm in the middle of nowhere. And when I'm in the middle of nowhere, searching for this address, me not knowing, because I'm not from Odessa. I'm not from, oh, come back. Okay, I'm not from Odessa or Midland. So, naturally, I don't know it's two sides of basically, okay, there's an address on this side. There's another address on the other side, but it cuts off somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in different towns. I don't know that, right? So, considering I've never been there before, I have no knowledge of it, I need to holler at God and be like, okay, you started me here. I was walking alongside of you this whole time. And now I'm in the middle of nowhere. What do I do? Now, instantly, like, I automatically expect God to, from a cloud of smoke, and just start lacing me up from there. But it doesn't work that way. Sometimes, when you're in the middle of nowhere, you need to backtrack. Find out where we fell off. Find out where we got sidetracked. Find out what did we do wrong. Backtrack, start from there. If you're not sure, you then pay attention what turns you made and stuff like that. Then go to God and ask Him, please redirect me. If you need me to start back from where I fell off, where I got sidetracked, where I started to do things on my own, redirect me back there to that point so I can be on the same page with you. Because now this navigation, humanly wisdom, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bust this right real quick. Okay, I think, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this left. I think that's, and we end up even more lost than where we were. I've said this so many times, I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of me saying it. God did not create us for us. He created us for Him. Whatever that looks like, we all been called to do things. We all, were created with a purpose. So now we're trying to live our lives how we want to, and we wonder why our lives are in shambles. Now, these struggles that we have, God wants to use those. He wants to not only show the devil, but his workers what he can do with little old bitty us, imperfections and all, to show how big He is, how sovereign He is, how much He reign and He run things. But we don't want to do things his way. We want to do things how we want to do it, carrying the baggage of our struggles, our imperfections. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is who I am. And I've been like this my whole life. I was born to this. I was born into this. Well, I am who I am. Accept me for who I am. Cool. I rock with that. They accept me for who I am, but are you accepting you for who you are? Your imperfections, our imperfections, are to be used to fulfill the purposes that we were created, whatever that looks like. You don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. God has the answers. He know what he's doing. He's well aware what he's trying to do. But we using our own GPS, our humanly wisdom, and we wonder why we going through so much in life. It's because we're trying to do it on our own, and he didn't create us for that. So my fellas, listen to me. This ministry thing, this has to be our foundation, because it will be, the foundation will be Christ. The building of it will be by our hands, but led by Christ. So this community thing that I speak about is very serious, because this is for us to come together and help one another. Come together and fellowship with one another. Like, you don't have to go at it alone. I don't want to go at mine alone. You know, like, we're supposed to help one another. Now, as we're going through this, helping one another, we're also supposed to reach out outside of ourselves, outside of our community, and help others in theirs throughout the process of us, you know, trying to not manage ours, but like really do away with ours, right? So we have to target other men. We have to target the youth, because, you know, we get up in age, we're gonna die. But what about the youth? Like, they still have their whole lives ahead of them if, you know, God says the same. You know, like, they killing each other like at random, like it's nothing. You know, like, and I mean, us as men, kingdom men, we really have to really get deeply rooted in Christ, you know, like, and allow him to renew our minds and transform our hearts, and really reach out to the world, starting with our homes. You know, the church and the neighborhoods. Like, you know, this is what we have been called to do. You know, become disciples to make disciples. So this community thing is much more in depth, but the surface of it is, and to a little bit of the root of it is coming together, struggles and all, having conversations, uncomfortable conversations and all. In fact, especially uncomfortable conversations, because the uncomfortable conversations comes from the depth of us. It's fears that we don't want to face. It's the imperfection, the flaws that we have that we, you know, that we ignore. You know, it's these issues that we have that causes us to behave a certain way that we don't want nobody to you know, be aware of, and most definitely not to be addressed, because we don't want to hear that. And that's cool, like, but it's not cool. But that's not what this community is about. It's all about love, man. We have to come together, like, as men, and create such power where what we say is impactful. Not just by what we say, because what we do, our actions, it follows. We must impact in such a way where it's contagious, where people want to, especially men. We're not concerned with the women right now, because if we do what we're supposed to do, we're helping the women. You know what I'm saying? We are changing. We are becoming better. We're growing. We're developing into men where we can be the leaders that we were supposed to be in our household. We will become shepherds that we were created to be. you know, to the world. So don't worry about the women right now. You know, mad love to the women, but fellas, this is our duties. We have to do better as husbands. We have to do better as fathers. We have to do better just as kingdom men alone, expanding God's kingdom in history. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. Like I said, it's much more in details. You know, if God says the same, I'm going to reveal more and more. You know, over time, in time, it will come to be how He wanted to be. But we have to embrace this, because the world, like, I mean, this world is in trouble, and us men, like, we're absent from where we should be present. You know, so you know, like I always say, your struggles are my struggles. If we come together, we can and we will get through and grow together. That's what I believe. That's what I'm going to continue to embrace. That's what I'm going to continue to push. I'm going to give that to the world, but I can't do it on my own. I need you guys. Let's do this together. Let's save our children. Let's save our marriages. Let's save our homes. Let's save our churches. Like, we must do better. We can't walk around like careless. We can't continue to walk around like, man, whatever. It's whatever. Like, man, I mean, we gotta do better than that. It's more to living than, you know, trying to prove something, trying to floss and show everybody you got this, you got that. Man, who cares, man? I mean, people been doing that since the beginning, like, since the beginning of time, and still doing it, like, but that don't make you whole. That don't make you the man. That don't make you any more superior than the next person that don't have as much as you would say you have. Who cares? Granted, yeah, we need money to survive, to provide, but that's only a tool. That's a tool to build a home. That's not the money isn't home. It's only a tool to build a home. Okay? So let's get out of that prideful way of thinking, and, you know, this, you know, I got this, I got that. Like, I mean, man, we have to, like, evolve past that. You know what I'm saying? Like, spending all this money, like, on, you know, cars and all this stuff like this. You know, I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but it's bigger than you, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bigger than you, though. Like, you have, like, 10 cars. Like, I mean, like, stop at, like, 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, and start, you know, and start funding things that could help out, you know, schooling, you know, economics. You know, don't start asking me nothing about economics. You hear me? I don't know. But it's creating, it's cultivating, you know, and that's what we were created to do. You know what I'm saying? Not just get it for ourselves and keep it to ourselves. You know, so it's a whole lot in depth. See, a lot of things that I don't know, you know, that's why it's important for us men to come together and sharpen each other irons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, bounce ideas off one another. Like, you know, create a vision board, how we can go about, you know, getting a lot of things accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Like, creating things, innovating, you know, just a whole lot of different things. Like, not one person can do it. There's a whole lot of things I lack at. It's a whole lot of things that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I may have like 1 or 2 things that, you know, that I might can share with you or any of you, which could be the puzzle piece that you may need to build an empire. Not for yourself, though, to expand God's kingdom, because that's what this is about. Kingdom work, kingdom business. That's what this is about. But that's why it's you know, it's time to have conversations. You know what I'm saying? It's time to have conversations. And whatever your thoughts are, please, by all means, spark it up. Let's get it crunk. Let's start now. Let's start here. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start here. Let's start now. No point of waiting. The chaos in this world is now. Alright? So we must start acting now. Even if it's just starting with conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, starting with conversation. And just build and build and build off of that until we start, you know, like making moves, like putting feet to the ground, like applying this stuff, you know, and then it would begin to develop. The more it develops, the more it grows, and we can really impact our homes, impact our churches, impact our neighborhoods, impact our states, impact impact our states, you know what I'm saying? Overall impact the U.S., then start impacting like throughout the world. But it has to start with these conversations. It has to start now. Okay? Gotta go. And yeah, man, crank it up. It's go time. Holla at me. Love.